Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about all-in-one homeschool, better known as Easy Peasy, all-in-one homeschool. And I just wanted to delve a little bit more into it and show you why this is one of my favorites, because she uses all these other websites, and I'm going to click on some of these so you can see. This one, she uses abcya.com for the students to learn, and she uses this for different games. And so you could click on grade 3 and if you wanted to extend the day, maybe you have a fast student that gets done in an hour and a half, which they could, or they can take their time and spend more time. But you can see how she has taken all these other websites and linked them into her website for the curriculum to make her curriculum so much better. And sure, you could probably take the time to do this for your students yourself, but why would you want to? The thing that I like about it is that she's taken the time to do this for you. And then this one, she uses Starfall, and it has different games for the students. Let's see. So that you can go and see what Starfall has different games. So she's utilized these different websites. And then here you'll see she's using YouTube, and I don't want to watch that, but she's got worksheets with a printable book for you that she's created for you. So to me, this is like one of the over the top. To me, this is just, as far as a full curriculum goes, she's really taken the time to do a lot here. And this one, she has it on her actual website. But you can click on these and you can go and see how she's used all these different websites to do the different while they're learning. And this one has a presentation, and that's on YouTube. And then she's got the worksheet. So you can go through the year and see how she's done. That one's to watch the video. That's a worksheet. Watch the video worksheet. But she's used these different websites. There's a picture of 1,000,000 pennies. That one's. She's even, one of her links even takes you to IXL. So, and this one's ABCYA again, and she even tells you that what websites she's using. I just love that she took the time to. This one's Math Playground. I tried to open up the different websites that she uses so that I could go through them in the tabs, but just the math alone to try to open it up, there's so many websites that she uses that I couldn't do it. It would freeze up my computer. And you can go to the website and you can backspace it to where you get to .com if you want to, or web lessons to see what they do. But she's really taken the time to do this. And to me, that's a lot of effort. She uses Mr. Nussbaum, which I love. I don't know how many people love it, but this is an excellent website. Here, I'll show you. But so she's done a complete curriculum, and she's used all these different websites to do it, to make it so much better, so much enjoyable for your students, because they're not at the one website. And then she uses extramath.com. So, and extramath.com is an excellent website. But she shows you, so, and then she's got videos for rounding. This one's used estimation. So this is even another one. She's just using all these different websites, and this is just for math. Scroll down and click to rounding the nearest 10. And this is AAAmath.com. So she's using all these different websites, and that's just for math. And let's go for reading. Let's see what, because there's so many of them. It's just unreal. And I might go back to it, but I don't have my scroll bar. Okay, so this one, it says listen to a story of Paul Bunyan. So you'll click on that and it'll open in a new website. So then you can, and it's manythings.org. So manythings.org, you can listen to the story and it's got the words. So like I can play this for you.
Today, we tell a tradition.
And that is at Many Things. And I'm sure she probably uses it not just for Paul Bunyan. So we'll go here and see the different stories they have. And you can see that. There's just so much. So you can, and maybe you want to use her full curriculum, and then maybe you have extra time later and you're wondering what other websites could you use, or maybe you want them to listen to more stories, to read along to help with their reading. So you could do that as well. So these are excellent websites that she uses. And this one you can see that it also has Huckleberry Finn and the Adventures of Tom Sawyer. And who doesn't love that? So she uses these excellent resources. And she's taken the time to put them in an order so that your students will learn. And then she's got tongue twisters, and this one is at smartwords.org. And she'll pick one for them to read, and she might have them read something else another day. And so it's just so excellent. And there's a watch a Paul Bunyan cartoon on video and she's got the link on her website for the YouTube, so they're not exploring around YouTube. And then she's got somebody that reads poems to them, and then she talks about reading different poems by William Blake, and this is at epbookspot.com, which you could also backspace it to see what else they have there. So if you have a fast student, that gets done, but they could also scroll through and just go to the next day on her website. But I just wanted you to see how she uses all these different sites to teach your students. It's amazing. I think it's just incredible that she does this. And this one, it says read poems 10 and 11, and then you can listen to Mr. G read the poems. And then she asks questions. So she's not just having them go to the websites and read it and do this and listen. She's also asking them questions. So she's really gone the extra mile with the lessons. So I don't know if you've ever used all-in-one homeschool or if you've ever considered it, but it's just so excellent. And this one, she's got it linked onto her website, so, which she does with some of them, but you can see all these different websites that she uses, which I just wanted you to be able to see that. There you watch a video on syllables, and that's a YouTube video. And then this one says you choose 3 poems to read, and this is at Poetry for Kids. So you can see how much, there's so much. So they can sit there and read 3 poems, and maybe they want to read a couple more. Maybe it takes them a little bit longer. Because some of these full curriculum websites, some of them you can get through in an hour, hour and a half if you have a fast student. Some of them take a little bit longer because they have to do writing, but if they're playing a game and they're enjoying it or reading a poem, they might take longer. They might read a couple extra poems. And then if you're looking for other things to add to it, you don't really need to look further because she has so many. That way they can explore their learning more while they're there. So I just wanted you to see how she has taken the time to do this. And this is just wonderful. So your students can, because they're curious and they might spend more time doing it. They might not, but they might. But you don't have to, you're going on all these websites trying to find all these other free English and free math on the internet. And you're wondering, oh, where can I find these games that are fun for my students? Or where can I find free English and free math and things like that? And then you'll find out, well, she's using all these links. And they're right there. So she uses EP Books a lot. But it's an excellent resource. And I just wanted you to see how she uses all these different websites. They have so much in them. And she's just really taken the time. I love this. I love that she took the time to do this. And I think she's even taken some of them where you can find the book in a place and you can find it read aloud in another place. See, like this one, it says you can listen to Stone Soup and you can read along. So you can open Stone Soup and then you can read along. So here you can read along and here you can play the video. So, and as it's playing, you can read along. So she's really taken a lot of time to create this curriculum. So it's not just a simple curriculum. Some of them, they put it all in the one website and they're only using the one web page. And I don't think it's as much fun. I think the way she does it, I think it's so much more fun for the students. And I love that. I love that she's done that. This one she uses archive.org. This is an excellent website. I can't even... Archive.org has so many books. I mean, just so many books. You just can't even imagine. You can see it has web, it has books, it has video, it has audio. It has so many different books on so many different subjects. And here she just went and she chose it. So I love the way she did that. And I love the way she takes the time to, like, we'll go here, watch a video. We'll go here, read a book. We'll go here, listen to somebody else read. And now let's talk about it. Let's answer some questions and, tell me what you think and what you learned. And I just think that's excellent that she did that. This one is not opening for me. I don't know why. It could be my internet is too slow. But this is bookdrum.com. So we'll skip that one. Oh, she has an alternate link too, which is at Web Archive. So, and that one opens right up. But I just love this. Here's a cover of Heidi. So she shows you different pictures of Heidi. And she just goes over the different things. And she goes over the different words. And then she talks about start reading chapter 1. And then she gives you the audio link.
Cast credit and Chapter 1 of Heidi. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org.
So I love that she's taken the time to do this so that you can have, so while you're reading the book, you have somebody listening, somebody reading it to you, and you can follow along, and that helps your reading. We homeschooled somebody for a year because they were way behind in their reading because they had missed a lot of days in school one year with somebody. But anyway, they needed to get caught up in their reading. So my a family member ended up homeschooling her for a year just to get her caught up on her reading. And this was the one that we used, and she went up 5 reading levels in 1 year. And then we threw her right back in school because she didn't want to be homeschooled. I mean, she did love being homeschooled, but she also loved going to school because she liked being with her friends. And going to school, it was just fun for her. It wasn't, I know that education-wise, at home, she got far a better education than she would have at school because at school they spend time passing out papers, picking up papers, they do the problems, and they got to go over the problems, and they're not teaching on the one-on-one level. So the students aren't getting the one-on-one level. It's more of they're teaching one level for 25 students, and how many of them are actually on that level. And then it takes them a long time, and she said it was just like goofing off all day compared to doing the work at home. But so she went up 5 reading levels in 1 year, and this was using all-in-one homeschool. And yes, we did add to it here and there because we would go and she would read right, because she could go through this in 2 or 3 hours, easily 2 hours. And then we would do from the links here, we would find all these different websites that we could use so we could add to her reading. So when she got to where she was able to read and it was easier for her to read, one day she didn't want to stop reading and she read for 8 hours, and we were reading Mother Goose nursery rhymes, and she was so excited that she could read all of this and she wasn't having problems anymore, and she loved reading. And to me, I think this website is so excellent because if you're struggling in math or you're struggling in reading, you have all these different links that you're learning about. And if you want to add to it, you can go and utilize the different links and the different links that she uses. And she shows you, and she even mentions them. And I love the way she has them reading along. And with Heidi, we went through Heidi a little bit faster than normal because when she got done with her schoolwork, she loved Heidi. So she would read along and listen to him read it so that she would get done with it sooner, and then she would do more reading. And like I said, she went up 5 reading levels in a year. And while she was at school, she didn't go up 5 reading levels in a year because they're not. And it was an excellent school. Don't get me wrong. It was an excellent school. The teachers were excellent. They cared. They took the time. So, but it's still not the same as that she could get at home because they were trying to get her caught up in school, and she only went up 2 reading levels. So we did it, and she went up 5 reading levels. So then she was able to be on the level because she was a gifted student. She was a smart student. She wasn't slow or anything, but so. Yeah, and everybody homeschools for different reasons. And sometimes you don't want to sometimes you want to homeschool because for other reasons. And sometimes you end up homeschooling for years, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes you might just homeschool for a year. But you might be looking for just an excellent resource with a complete curriculum. And to me, this is one of the best ones that I've found. One of the best complete curriculums that I've found. It is my favorite because of the different things that they use. So I love the way she has them read. She asks them questions. She has them do a variety of websites. You get to see the different websites that she uses. And she has it laid out by, this isn't the way it's laid out as the students are doing it, because she has it day 1 and they click and do it, and then day 2. But this is just so that she's got this on there where you could click Math 3, Math 4 to see what they do in those grades so that you can go through and you can see it. So that you can see all the different websites that she does take advantage of. And she uses a lot of them. This isn't The ones that I showed you, this is just a few of them because there's so many websites that she uses that I couldn't possibly go over them. Probably in one video. It would probably take me hours because she's just using so many websites. This one's Litscape. And I just wanted you to be able to see why, if you've heard of people talking about all-in-one homeschool, easy peasy homeschool, why it's so much fun and for the students to learn. Because she's using all these different websites and she makes it more fun for them by doing this. And so you can see those different websites as well, and you could go through them and see what other games there are. Anyway, I just wanted you to see some of this, and I'm not going to go through all of them because there's so many of them. But that way you can get to see why it's such an excellent resource. And if you're looking for a complete curriculum to use for your students, I think that all-in-one homeschool.com is one of the best. And you can check out the other ones to see which ones your students enjoy the most. But if you're going to check this one out, I would recommend that you have your students do it for 2 or 3 days to see how she uses the different websites, to see how much they like it, and then maybe do another one for 2 or 3 days. And then you can see how long it takes to do each one, because I think most of them, they don't really take that long. But when you're using different websites like this and they're enjoying it so much, they might spend an extra bit of time on each subject or each game than they normally would because it's a new website and it's fun, or it's a new game on a new website and it makes it that much more fun. And I hope that this video has helped somebody, because I know it would have helped me when I was trying to decide, when we were trying to decide which ones. But, you want to see what your students like and what they enjoy. And I hope this video has helped somebody out there who had questions. And I hope this answered some of your questions. And I have another video on all-in-one homeschool, and it's completely different than this one. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have comments, please feel free to leave comments. I'm just a small channel. I don't have a lot of viewers, so I do appreciate the comments. Thank you so much for watching my video and for tuning in. I really appreciate you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.